Hey guys, GENZEETECH back here. Today we are going to be looking at the 7-inch IPS display that can be connected to the Raspberry Pi. So this recently went on sale on Amazon for $50. Without hesitation, I bought this one. In this video we are going to be adding a Raspberry Pi 4 to this display. You can use a 1GB model, 2GB model or a 4GB model to this screen. So I have bought the Raspberry Pi 4 2GB model as it offers a balanced performance compared to other Raspberry Pi 4 models. This model is ideal for people who are in a budget. So now let us look at the package. So there is nothing written here except for the QR code and the barcode. So the box is very thick, so you don't need to worry about the packaging. Now let us unbox this display.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Included in the box you will get the 7-inch IPS display. So this is the FPC cable coming out from the display, and this is the stand for this display. So to connect the display to the Raspberry Pi, you will get the RGB LCD HAT and this connector and a ribbon cable. So I have heard that many of you guys are having a hard time to connect these three components together. So let me guide you. So first take the RGB LCD HAT, and as you can see there's a black lever here. Gently raise the lever by putting your nails beneath the lever. That's it. And the second step, as you can see the ribbon cable has a side with text and there is no text in another side. The side with text has a blue end on it. So gently insert the blue end of the ribbon cable into the RGB LCD HAT and then push the lever so that the RGB LCD HAT locks the ribbon cable. Third step is to connect the cable to the connector. So take the gray end of the cable and you should connect it in JB1. So gently push the black lever like this on both sides and then insert the cable. Once the cable is inserted, gently push the lever to lock the ribbon cable. The fourth and final step is to connect the display wire to the connector. So it is a very simple process. You have to connect the FPC cable coming out from the display, which is generally a gold color, to the connector's JB2 pin. That's it guys, the connection is now finished. Now let us look at this display's features. The resolution on this display is 1024 x 600 and produces a refresh rate up to 60 Hz. This display offers a backlight control to lower power consumption, which is not seen in every display. This display is compatible with Raspberry Pi 2B, 3B, 0W and Pi 4B+. The TFT LCD is directly driven by the Raspberry Pi DPI interface. It supports Raspberry OS, Ubuntu OS and many more. This display is very thin, compact in size and suitable for various projects for beginners. This display is a 7-inch IPS display which does not have any HDMI outputs. So this display should be connected to the Raspberry Pi via the RGB LCD HAT into the GPIO pins located in the Raspberry Pi. Coming to the last feature, this display produces a 170-degree viewing angle which is very convenient for the users. Now let us look at this display's dimensions. The length is 154.21 mm and the breadth is 85.92 mm. So I have installed a fresh copy of Raspbian OS in this SD card. I recommend to install Raspbian OS in an SD card having at least 4 GB of space. Now I am going to connect the power cable to the Raspberry Pi. You might notice that the screen isn't displaying anything. That's because you have to insert some text in the config.txt file in your boot directory. Also make sure that the LED backlight is on. Now I have inserted my SD card in my PC. So go to the boot directory of the SD card and click on config.txt file. Go to the browser and paste this link. I'll leave the link in the description box. So if you are using Raspberry Pi 2B, 3B, 3B+, 0 and 0W, you have to copy and paste this at the end of the config.txt file. If you are using Raspberry Pi 4B, you have to follow these steps. So copy the Pi 4 text and then replace it here. Leave a space between all and Pi 4 and then copy the all text and then replace it here. That's it. So save this file and eject the SD card. So all I need to do is insert the SD card in the Raspberry Pi SD card reader and connect the power to the Raspberry Pi. So after editing the config.txt file, you can see that the display is displaying the Raspberry Pi OS. This display does not support touch feature, so I have a mini keyboard connected to the Raspberry Pi. It does have a mouse pad and a keyboard. In case if you want to buy this keyboard, I will leave this link in the description box. Now I'm gonna head over to YouTube and run a screen tearing test real quick. As you can see, the bars are torn up. This indicates that there is screen tearing in this display. So this display failed the screen tearing test. Overall, it is not the best 7-inch screen I have ever seen. It is an IPS display and supports good quality of resolution and refresh rate. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please click the like button. Like always, like, share and subscribe.
Evolution. This is the future.